I think I'm typical of feeling the frustration that Kansans are about the way our government, our state government, is currently operating and the conditions that we find ourselves in. Very frustrated with what has happened since particularly 2012 when they made their major tax overhaul. I think that has resulted in about as close to chaos as one could come. It has affected our schools, our universities, our roads and highways, the mentally ill, the poor as it relates to health care, and none of those changes are healthy. The very things that the governor predicted when he signed the 2012 income tax breaks that he claimed would not occur, every single one of them has occurred, and it's been, as I said, catastrophic. I think we need more Democrats in the legislature, and I think we need more vocal Democrats, and we need to make a sea change as it relates to the current makeup of Kansas government, and I hope to get there, and if I do get there, I intend to stir the pot as the pot I think needs to be stirred to make these changes. One of the things that I've been encountering with people, and I agree with them, is that our problems have become so dramatic, it's probably not going to take a quick fix now. It's going to take a generation to recover from some of these problems. I think step number one is to undo the income tax freebie that was given to the 330,000 quote-unquote businesses that pay no tax. The governor touts the number of new businesses that have been created, and in fact all they are shells for former businesses that are now operating under a different corporate arrangement so as to avoid paying taxes. We have lawyers that pay less taxes than the secretaries that work in their office. We have doctors who pay less taxes than the clerical people that work in the doctor's office. These things are not right, and these businesses, quote unquote, are being formed simply to avoid the payment of tax, and we've seen the effect that that's had on our budget, and it's going to be a long crawl getting out of it. But step number one is to repeal that 2012 income tax break that was signed by Governor Brownback. Well, we've talked about it already on the previous questions. It's getting our fiscal house in order it's a long-term challenge. Getting us back to the state that we once were, where we were proud of our highways. I remember the day when we bragged about being or having some of the best highways and bridges in the nation, to now one that all of those things are in jeopardy. I look to the opportunity to put some reason into the Medicaid discussion so we're not forfeiting literally hundreds of millions of dollars that we pay into the Medicaid system that now goes to other states to care for their medically underserved. We have thousands, tens of thousands of people who are medically underserved now because of the governor's and the legislature's stubbornness in not availing ourselves to the Medicaid that's available. We have hospitals going under because of that decision. We have people, as I said, being underserved. Those who can afford health care are now having to pay for the health care of those people that go in the emergency rooms, don't pay. That cost doesn't just go away. It's being absorbed, as I said, by the hospitals. It's being absorbed by those that pay that are in a position to pay their own medical bills. But it is just a wrong-headed approach. There is so much that we need to do. It starts with roads, it starts with highways, it starts with education, it starts with our universities, it starts with Medicaid, it starts with treating the mentally ill instead of jailing them. I could go on, but there's a lot of work to do.